So I'm just going to open one file first, and we're just going to look at. So I first explain to you all animations, and then we will do the questions. If I explain first, it becomes easier when we are actually solving the questions, you know. So I'm just going to first open the presentation, and should be able to see it now in front of your screen. And let's look at what animation is all about. So I have various objects on a slide. A slide is made up of various elements like this slide number 3 or slide number 4. It has got various elements which make up the slide, various aspects which make up the slide. So animations are used whenever you are trying to create emphasis for something. That means I'm trying to create a impact in my presentation of certain aspects which are important or which require more focus. Animation does not mean कि अरे इस शू को भी एनिमेट कर दो, इस टाइटल को भी एनिमेट कर दो, इस बॉक्स को भी करो, फिर इसके अंदर के टाइटल को करो, फिर इसको करो, फिर इसको करो. No, that's not what animation actually is for. It's not supposed to be used very often. It's not supposed to be used on too many objects in one particular slide. In this entire slide which you're seeing over here, competition in dance, the most important aspect or the graphical aspect of the slide is my chart. So I would look at animating the chart. I'm not going to bother about animating anything else. I'm going to simply animate the chart. Yeah. I click on the chart and I go into animations. Under animations, I've got various types of animations that I can use for a chart. Now, there are 3 types of animations. What I mean by that, there are 3 categories of animations. One is called entrance, one is called emphasis, one is called exit. Motion part तो अलग ही है, वो अलग ही category में आता है. But the basic animations or the main animations we apply, one is called entrance, one is called emphasis, one is called exit. So whenever I'm looking at creating an animation, I have to decide what's the purpose of the animation. Is it going to be an animation where the object is going to enter into the screen? कि भाई ये मेरा screen है, इसमें chart नहीं है, and then after 2 minutes I want the chart to appear, or after 2 seconds I want the chart to appear. That would be called entrance. Exit would be my presentation is running, my chart is there, and I want the chart to disappear before the slide can disappear. That means the chart will go first and then my slide will go. That is exit. And the third one is emphasis. Why do I put emphasis on third category, even though it is second? It's because emphasis has nothing to do with entry or exit. Emphasis is the chart is already on the screen, and after about 2 seconds, suddenly the chart will glow, or it will spin, or it will become transparent. So 3 different types of animations: entrance, emphasis, exit. So if I have to look at entrance, for example, and I would say, ठीक है, entrance आ रहा है, I want the chart to appear like a floating. So why did I use a floating? Because if you realize the floating is a very smooth transition for my chart. और आप आराम से अंदर एंट्री करता है. देखो, beautiful entry. If I take fly in, it comes in a hurry. It does the same thing as float in. But the difference is fly in will bring the object as it is without giving it any transparency. आप notice करो, fly in में फट करके ऐसा object अंदर आ रहा है. Float in में आप realize करोगे, it's coming in with a very smooth transition. Like as if there's a transparency and then it's becoming visible. Even though they're doing the same jobs, but the effect and the impact is very different when you look at both the animations. You may like an animation because you find it exciting. मुझे bounce पसंद है. But you have to understand that when I am applying an animation, I am not applying an animation because I have to apply an animation. It's not for the sake of it. When I am using an animation, I have to understand what is the objective of the presentation. If I am doing a presentation on a birthday, or I'm doing a presentation on an on a movie, then I will use bounce, swivel, I will use zoom, I will use grow and turn, because my animations are supposed to be exciting, to create that excitement when you are watching a birthday party ka presentation, when you're watching a wedding anniversary ka presentation. You want to create some excitement on the pictures. But when my presentation is going to a corporate level, ki bhai, I am marketing a product. And while I'm marketing a product, I'm trying to show the different objects. Title हो गया, chart हो गया. उसको मुझे animate करना है so that it looks pretty nice. उसको थोड़ा एक emphasis देना है, एक importance देना है. An animation can ruin your presentation as much as it can improve your presentation. Remember that. So never use an animation just because you like it. Use an animation based on the purpose of that animation. I say चलो entrance नहीं use करना है, तो entrance को मैं none कर देता हूँ. ऐसा थोड़ा flashing, flash करता है. See that? So this is an effect that we gave to a chart which is already there on the presentation. After I apply an animation, the next step is this good enough? What I've done? For some people, हो गया animation, चलो आगे बढ़ो, next slide. Once you have applied an animation, your job has just started. I chose Pulse. What's my next step? What are the options I have in Pulse? I have as one object by category. So in this case, just look at that. Did you see what happened? 5 animations have come. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as I change this to by category, मेरा अभी देखो animation कैसा play हो रहा है. Interesting. Same animation. But just because I chose the effect option, if I make it all as one object, it will just come once and flash. But if I choose by category, to dekho, first class. Every section is being given importance. Ek ek karke flash ho raha hai. Then I come to how do I want the animation to play? Do I want it to play when I click the mouse? Or do I want it to play automatically? I say I don't want to play when I click the mouse. I want it to automatically play after some time. ठीक है? So I say with previous. With previous का मतलब ये है कि the animation is going to play as soon as my slide comes on the screen automatically without me pressing any button on the keyboard. That is the reason of with previous. The next thing is duration. the animation effect or the animation smoothness depends on the duration. The more the duration I do, and when I play, the better the effect will show. Right? Here you go. Some smooth transition. Because I increase my duration. So I leave it over here and I say, okay, my animation is ready. Now I can go to slideshow and have a look at how this animation is going to play. So I go to slideshow and I have the option of from beginning, suppose तो मेरा animation पहला आ गया, फिर ये आ गया, फिर यहाँ पे आ गया हूँ, तो देखो उसने ऑटोमेटिक प्ले किया. Animation on its own played it. I come back here and I say चलो animation तो play हुआ और थोड़ा fast था, उसको और slow करना था मेरे को. I go back to animations. I can change my delay. I can change the duration. I can change the delay also. If I should come after some time, it should not immediately change. And I want the duration to be whatever, suppose 2.50. And if you remember, I told you all that this animation is divided into अलग-अलग sections. 5 थे उसमें, अगर आपको याद होगा. 1 2 3 4 5 आ गए थे. अब देखो सब 0 हो गया. आप बोलोगे 0 कैसे हो गया सर? 1 2 3 4 5 थे, वो कहां चले गए? एनिमेशन तो मैंने चेंज नहीं किया, वही है बाय कैटेगरी. 1 2 3 4 5 आना चाहिए. ये सब 0 कैसे हो गया? It became 0 because I changed this to with previous. If I make it on click, देखो सब आ जाएंगे 1 2 3 4 5. मतलब जब तक मैं क्लिक नहीं करूंगा तब तक एनिमेशन 1 प्ले नहीं होगा, 2 नहीं होगा, 3 नहीं होगा, 4 नहीं होगा, 5 नहीं होगा. जब मैं विद प्रीवियस कर दूंगा तो मेरे सब एनिमेशंस एक साथ प्ले होंगे. इसीलिए वो फ्लैश इतना फास्ट हो रहा था. Alright. So I have applied an animation known as emphasis. The animation I've applied is called pulse. Inside that I had 2 effect options. One was known as all as one object, and another was by category. I chose by category. And I chose with previous because I wanted it to play automatically. Yahan tak theek hai. I gave it a delay. If I want to give it, I can give it a delay. I gave a duration to it so that it plays more smoothly. And I want to see exactly how this animation looks. There's something known as an animation pane. उस animation pane के अंदर there's a drop down arrow where I had chosen start with previous, and there is a double arrow. If I click on it, it shows me all the character emphasis 1 2 3 4 and 5. These were the 5 objects, if you remember. So I can go to the second one, and each one has got a yellow color small little box. I say एक काम करते हैं, इसको ऑटोमेटिक प्ले होने देते हैं, बट इस बार को मैं थोड़ा आगे कर देता हूं और फिर इस बार को थोड़ा और आगे कर देता हूं, फिर इसको और आगे कर देता हूं, एंड इसको भी थोड़ा आगे कर देता हूं. नाउ व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, I have customized my animation. So first this will play, and after some time this will play, then this will play after some time more, after some time this one will play, and after some time this one will play. So you can see when I'm dragging everywhere there is a start coming. This says start 0.5. This says start at 1. This says start at, let's say, 1.5. So I'm keeping a 5 5 5 5 less than even 5. 1.5 था, इसको 2 कर देता हूँ और इसको कर देता हूँ 2.5. So I've kept a 5 millisecond का gap. 0.5 मतलब वो 0.5 is millisecond ना, 2 is the second, by the way. ये seconds में हम लोग play कर रहे हैं, and I keep it like this. Now when I preview it, you'll be able to very clearly be able to see how each one plays. I hope you all are able to see this animation. Pretty interesting the way it plays now. See that? It's got that lovely feel to it. Like this, I can do for any animation that I want to introduce. So I say, चलो एक काम करते हैं, title को भी animation दे देते हैं. So we'll give 2 objects on this slide animation, not all the objects. As I told you all, avoid using too much animation on one slide. इसको हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We will give this entry of floated. How beautifully it comes up there. I've also got float down. Down would be better. ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है. Makes more sense. अब इसको मुझे और इंटरेस्टिंग करना है इस एनिमेशन को. आई वांट टू मेक दिस एनिमेशन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग. सो आई विल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल इंक्रीज द ड्यूरेशन. सेकेंड आई विल मेक इट आफ्टर प्रीवियस एंड इफेक्ट ऑप्शन स्लो डाउन है. ठीक है, अब प्ले करके देखते हैं कितना स्मूथ आ रहा है. There, look at that. How beautifully it entered into the screen. First the chart played and then this played. Because I had chosen that order. I'll go back to the animation pane to see. And it shows me the title is here and this is here. I say एक काम करते हैं, title को ऊपर ले लेते हैं. अब title पहले play होगा, फिर chart play होगा. I could change the order of the animation the way I want to change it by pressing these arrows. Now when I play, first my title will come. And while my title is coming, my chart is playing. Did you realize that? Just see. उसने simultaneously चालू कर दिया. So it's a beautiful, so it doesn't feel like there are two animations playing. It's giving a feeling as if the whole animation is one. See? Even though they are actually two different animations. This is how an animation is to be applied. Not this way. I'll just show you the difference and you'll realize what I meant by that. See, huh? Okay? Now see this animation. Watch. And watch this animation. Now tell me, which is better? There is one more type of animation. Which we call as motion path. Motion path is a great animation. It's a beautiful animation. समझो ये shoes है. And for some reason I want these shoes to go around my slide and come back to its starting point. Okay? I want this object to go around and come back. So I said, okay, how do we do that? So we go to something known as motion path. Motion path has got existing paths, lines hai, arcs hai, turns hai, shapes hai, loops hai. I say shapes. So ये गोल घूम के आ गया वापस. But he took a circle only around this much area. This is one particular path. You can see it's got created. So if I go to this corner and I drag this, So I have stretched this particular dotted line, as you can see. And now when I preview it, आ गया ना घूम के, took a full round and it came back and stopped at dance occupations. This same motion path which went with so much of speed is a mess and a distraction. I'm 100% agreeing. But as soon as I have effect options, as I told you, इसमें देखो interesting options है, इतने सारे shapes हैं. I can make this move in any of these shapes. But I will come to duration because he's going all round my slide. I'm going to increase this duration. मैं कम से कम इसको 5 सेकंड करूंगा because इसको पूरा स्लाइड घूमना है. अब प्ले करके देखते हैं. पूरा घूम के फर्स्ट क्लास वापस. So if you have to ever show an object which has to go around your slide, it's a process which you want to explain, for example. That's where we use motion paths, when there's a process which needs to be explained. For example, if I have, let's take a new slide, for example, and I'll show you all how we can use this. Unfortunately, this is coming on my new slide also because of the design that has been predefined. That's why I avoid using any of these predefined designs. There you go. I just made it blank for now because I need to explain to you all a process, how I can use it. For example, I've got various shapes for one rectangle. And then I've got one circle or an oval. And then arrow. And I've got one more shape, which can be maybe a hexagon. ठीक है? And I want to animate. This should go and get stuck here. And this arrow should move from here and come to the hexagon. Very simple animation right now it is. That this shape has to go and get stuck here. And when it reaches here, this arrow releases himself and goes here. ठीक है? ये एक छोटा सा एनिमेशन हमको क्रिएट करना है. कैसे करेंगे? So we go shape by shape. I pick the first shape, go to animations, and I say, okay, motion path. I say lines. So I've got one line. Say, I want you to come exactly over here. And when you will come here, I have this arrow. She'll again have a line, which is perfect. This is where I wanted it to go. Then I'll have this hexagon, which can again have a line, or I can also have a custom path, which will make this hexagon go like this. Saw that? This is my custom path which I created just now. At any given point of time, you can move this custom path. So this is my custom path. At any given point of time, all right, I can move this custom path like this. इसको क्लिक करके बस इसको एक काम करते हैं, यहाँ लाके रख देते हैं. चलो, Okay. So I got my 3 animations. I'll just preview it. Then you realize, you say यार ये जो arrow है इसको इसके ऊपर आना चाहिए. ठीक है. I click on the arrow, I go to format, and I've got here bring forward. So I say bring to front. And let's review this. Arrow ऊपर आया और shape like this, using motion paths, can create animations of various processes that you want to create. देखो, in PowerPoint there are various possibilities of creating various things, provided we know where to use which aspect of PowerPoint. That is why I always believe that it's not what you learn, but how you learn in life. And these examples of animations are a proof of it. That for a lay person, for any person, animation would mean इसको click किया मैंने, इधर मैं गया, इधर से एक animation choose किया, उसको एक particular duration दे दिया और काम खत्म हो गया. But for a person who would look at working in detail inside a particular project, would look at choosing not just the animations, but going into the effect options, deciding how which effect has to be applied, deciding कि कितना duration होना चाहिए, going to the animation pane and deciding कौन सा पहले play होना चाहिए, कौन सा बाद में play होना चाहिए, what should be the order of it. All these factors will make your animation perfect. Applying animation is a kid's job, but putting into practice the exact sequence, the exact flow, the exact duration and time, that is the most relevant. Very simple again. It's basically just applying animations on slides. So let's look at the first question. PowerPoint 04. Apply the zoom animation to the title of slide 1. So it's telling us to apply particular animation called as the zoom animation to the title of slide 1. So let's open PowerPoint 04. And let's apply a particular animation. So he told us, go to slide 1, select the title Dance Around the World, and apply the zoom animation. All right. So Dance Around the World is over here. I just click on it. I go to animations and I just choose zoom animation from my drop down. That's it. My animation is applied to this one particular text content. Let's come to question F. He says PowerPoint 06. Apply a swivel entrance animation to the marketing budget plan text box. There's already a text box. He's just telling us to apply an animation to it. PowerPoint 06. And he's told me, 1 minute, I'll open this file. He's told me to apply an entrance animation to marketing budget plan. Okay. So I've got marketing budget plan. There you go. And he's told me to apply an animation to this. And he's told me to apply the swivel entrance. There it is. And now this is my swivel entrance animation effect that I'm able to apply to my marketing budget plan, right? Let's look at 17B. It says PowerPoint 04 on slide 4, apply the loops motion path animation to the image. So, okay. On the same presentation on slide 4, he tells us to apply the loop animation. I go to slide 4, I click on the image. Simply go here and I say apply the loop. And you can see that particular object is got looped. Right? This was the second type of animation in 17B. Now we come to 17C, where he says PowerPoint 05 on slide 5, change the animation of the text box the marketing way to start after previous with a 5-second delay. So now he's telling us that change the animation of the text box to start after previous. Like I told you last time, before, after, previous are the different orders or the different sequences in which animations play on your presentation. So here he's told us make it after previous and give a 5-second delay. So let's open PowerPoint 05 and on slide 5. So PowerPoint 05, slide 5. Saying the marketing way animation, I have to give it an animation, the marketing way. So I go to animations and I say, all right, there is already an animation given to this one. All I have to do is I have to make it with previous. And I have to give a 5-second delay. This is 5-second delay. And I did with previous. I did both the options for this particular animation. When I preview it, the animation will come after 5-second delay. See, it waited for some time before it could play. And it came after 5 seconds. This was our question C. Let's look at question E now of animation. PowerPoint 10. Change the first animation on slide 2 to have a 0.5-second duration. So first I showed you was delay. Delay was nothing but waiting for some time and then the animation coming on your screen. That's delay. Now he's talking not about delay, but he's talking about duration. That means after how much time or for how much time should that animation actually play. So on PowerPoint 10, he says change the first animation on slide 2 to have a 0.5-second duration. So let's open PowerPoint 10. And on slide 2, he's telling me have the first animation. Where are my animations? I can't see any of them. As soon as I go to animations, my animations come on. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 have appeared. And he told me the second animation. So I click on the second animation. As soon as I click on the second animation, that's 2. I've come to this. Possibly this could be the second one. And he told me to change my duration to 0.50. Reduce it from 75 to 50. Now when I preview it, my animations will play first and there comes the second, third, and fourth. Are we clear with how I did that? Yes. This is how you can change the duration of any animation that you apply onto your PowerPoint slide. Now we come to question D of animations. So it says PowerPoint 05 on slide 5, reorder the animations so that the label at the bottom is first, the top label is second, and the bottom label is third. So basically, it's telling us to reorder the animation so that the label at the bottom is first, the top table should be second, and the bottom table should be third. Okay. So it's the same slide actually. And now let's look at interchanging the order. So to change the orders, we go into something known as the animation pane, where I've got 3 animations which are already there. So he says he wants the title to be first. Then he wants the first table to come third. The second table to be first. So now it's 0, then it's 1, then it's 2. So the animation will play in the correct order now. If I preview it, you play in the correct order. First, second, and third. Are we clear? How I did it? Yeah. This is the way you can interchange the order of your animations. By just choosing the animations and choosing the up and down arrow to move it. PowerPoint 10. On slide 3, change the second animation to grow and turn, and the duration to 3 seconds of the second animation. So in PowerPoint 10 on slide 3, he's telling me to change the animation to grow and turn and change the duration to 3 seconds. So let's go to PowerPoint 10. Let's look at, we're back to this. You can see the second animation. He's told me to change the animation to grow and turn. And he's told me duration has to be 3 seconds. I've done it. When I preview it, you realize it comes very slowly. Look at that. Very smooth, isn't it? Such a smooth entry. Such a smooth entry inside my presentation. Isn't it? All right. So this is the way I can create beautiful animations based on the settings that I do. That's why I told you the settings of an animation is very important. How much duration you keep, which type of animation you want to apply, which you think is going to look good on your presentation. Let's look at question H. PowerPoint 10. Remove all the animations from slide 2. So he's telling me that on slide 2, I don't want any animations to be there. So to get rid of all the animations together, I just go to animation pane and I click on one animation, I press shift and I click on the last animation. I selected all the animations together and simply press the delete button on my keyboard. That's it. This slide now has got no animations. All the animations have been removed from slide number 2 of this presentation.